Good morning. Today is Tuesday, February the 13th. It's 10:45 a.m. and I'm out here at the Pasco County Collier Pkwy at Killington Blvd intersection improvements project. The general contractor for this project is Florida Safety Contractors. JEI project ID number 20150060-004. Pasco County work order number X-10273.00. We'll go ahead and get started filming for you. You can see the intersection straight ahead, and that's the intersection of Collier and Killington. And so we are facing here to the north, and we're going to be traveling here to the west. And so we'll be filming the entranceway into the rec center next to the fields. So we'll go ahead and proceed here. Once again, facing to the north, traveling to the west. So the asphalt through here is cracked. You can see the curbs are in good shape. There is that drainage inlet here in the middle of the driveway. Once again, the curb's in good shape. No parking painted here on the asphalt. The asphalt is cracked throughout. Coming up on the intersection here again of Collier and Killington. You can see the sign here for Orlando Lakes Recreation Center. It is worn, weathered, but overall looks to be in good shape. So we'll go ahead and we'll cross over here that we can get a good look at it. The base does have a little bit of cracking. The curb through here does have some cracking as well. You can see on the corners. But looking at the sign itself, pretty weathered, pretty worn, but overall it is in pretty good shape. Looking back into the recreational center driveway. And then over here behind the sign, we do have, you can see a runoff ditch, and then looking back onto the sidewalk. So this is facing north. So once again, we are at the intersection of Collier and Killington. So go ahead and follow the sidewalk here for you. The sidewalk itself appears to be in pretty good shape. Can see the ramp, the signal, which is in good shape, and then there is the first electric pole. Once again, this is on the north side of the intersection, which appears to be in pretty good shape. Sidewalk through here is in good shape. There was no number on that first electric pole. Here's a utility box. And then over by the roadway, a couple more utility boxes. And then here to the right, traffic signal box, and then another electric pole. Which is in good shape. As well as those guide wires. Continuing back here towards the north, you can see that new panel here in the concrete sidewalk, a couple street signs, another electrical pole, which is in good shape. The right-of-way through here is in relatively good shape. Then we're approaching a storm drain inlet, a curb inlet. Here on the left, which is going to be facing to the west, which you can see is in fairly good shape, just very weathered. We'll continue here to the electric pole past that inlet. So the electric pole itself appears to be in good shape. The base, you can see where there's a little bit of chipping, but nothing bad. So looking back towards the intersection, you can see the sidewalk as well as the roadway, all of which appear to be in pretty good shape. In the asphalt roadway, you can see that large crack directly across. So we'll pause here for a moment and I'll get you some more film here of the curb, and then we'll cross over to the middle of the roadway. So the asphalt roadway itself is pretty cracked. You can see the curb itself is in pretty good shape, but there are some cracks here in the asphalt itself. Go ahead and cross here to the center median. So now we are going to be walking towards the south here on the center median. So you can see the curb on both sides. It has some tire rub, but overall it is in pretty good shape. Again, we are walking here towards the south, facing towards the south, towards the intersection of Killington and Collier Parkway. So we are on Collier, walking towards the intersection. So you can see the curbs here on both sides do have some tire rub, but overall they are in pretty good shape. The asphalt roadway itself, as we were walking, you could see that is heavily cracked. There are several large cracks. So here is, again, the intersection of Collier and Killington, facing the rec center, back towards the roadway itself, and then across here towards Valencia Gardens, which is going to be Killington. So we'll go ahead and cross the roadway. Alright, so we are facing once again back towards the north here at the intersection of Collier and Killington. So starting back down Collier, you can see the curb line here is in pretty good shape. The sidewalk as well is in pretty good shape. A couple signs which are in good condition. So we'll capture here the right half of the sidewalk facing to the north, and then we'll do another pass and we will film the retaining wall separating the roadway right-of-way and the houses here that back up to this. So there is another storm drain inlet, a curb inlet, which is in pretty good shape. Concrete through here is not cracked, just worn. It's in good shape. The curb itself is also in good shape, and then the asphalt roadway does have some cracking. Again, we are facing to the north, walking toward the north. So we're coming on another curb inlet here, storm drain inlet, which is in good shape, you can see. And then directly across the roadway is the other inlet that we did film. So for reference, we're directly across from where we stopped filming on the other side. So another street sign, and then here on the other half of the sidewalk, you can see the retaining wall. And right here in front of the retaining wall, you can see that inlet. Another storm drain inlet. So we'll go ahead and walk back towards the south. So we're going to be facing to the southwest, traveling here to the south. Retaining wall looks to be in pretty good shape here, as well as the sidewalk. Both sides do have tire rub, no large areas missing concrete. There are a few cracks, but overall they're in pretty good condition. The retaining wall, as well as the shrubbery here, is also in good shape. So we are coming back on the intersection of Collier and Killington. So there's a sidewalk that leads into Valencia Gardens. You can see here their entry. Sidewalk's in great shape. And then panning back towards the intersection itself. So this is Collier, and we're at the intersection here of Killington. The crossing sign is in good shape. The sidewalk itself is heavily worn, but overall it's in good condition. A couple utility panels here. And the curb around, you can see that cracking. Crosswalk across. And then the curb leading into Valencia Gardens. So there's the curb leading in. Here's the signage and that retaining wall down. Now we're facing here to the west. Facing to the west, and we are traveling to the west as well. So you can see that Valencia Gardens sidewalk is in great shape. There is a light pole here. The light pole is in great shape. Their entry gate. In the middle there is a median with the gate code, which all is in good shape. So we'll go ahead and cross over. Again, we are at Killington. You can see that street sign. And we'll film the same thing here on the more south side of the entrance. So there is their building, the entry building. Just the building, the retaining wall here behind us, the Valencia Gardens logo, shrubbery, back to the intersection. Again, the gate, that center median with the palm trees, and there's the intersection here, Collier and Killington. So the curb all the way through here is in good shape. The asphalt roadway itself does have some cracking, but overall it's in good shape as well. Go ahead and so a couple utility boxes. There's the street sign, which is in good shape. You have the crosswalk sign, as well as the entry onto the sidewalk, which are all in pretty good shape. And then an electric pole here at the corner, in good condition. A few cracks and patches already here in the ramp. We'll go ahead and we're going to capture the retaining wall here, the divider wall between these houses and the roadway. And then we'll come back and capture the right side here, or goodness, the left side here of the sidewalk. These guide wires are in good shape. So the retaining wall through here is a little bit weathered, but overall it is in good condition. And then we're about to the end here of the retaining wall, the divider wall, as well as those shrubs. And you can see it does back up to this empty lot with the power lines. Behind that is another empty lot. You can see the sign there for Lake Myrtle Elementary School. And then here to the left is Collier Pkwy. Across the roadway is the recreation center. You can see the asphalt through here is already cracked. We're going to go ahead and proceed back to the intersection here and capture the sidewalk as well as the curb. So the sidewalk through here is in good shape. It is heavily weathered. Some scrapes and scratches, but no large cracks. Curb through here is also in pretty good shape. Once again, it's just heavily weathered as well. You can see this curb inlet, which is in good shape, just a little bit worn, and there is that crack there in the concrete panel connected to that storm drain inlet. So go ahead and continue here to the north. Once again, the curb's in good shape, some scrapes here on the concrete sidewalk, but overall everything is in good condition. Street sign's in good shape here. You can see that small nick there in the sidewalk. We'll go ahead and we'll cross over to the middle of the roadway. So the middle here, you can see, does have some scrapes, but overall it is in good shape. We'll go ahead and proceed to the south. So the curb itself looks to be in good condition, does have a little bit of weather and wear. A little bit of scraping, but overall in very good shape. So we're coming on the end here of the turn lane to turn onto Killington. And then we'll go ahead and pause here. To the right, we have the electric lines and those empty lots, the end of the retaining wall and the sidewalk. And then to the left, we have the recreation center and retention pond area, as well as the additional lanes of Collier Pkwy. So we'll go ahead and Wait for a moment here to cross the roadway. You can see those electric poles on the other side, which appear to be in good shape. We'll go ahead and we'll get those street numbers as soon as we cross here, or those numbers as soon as we cross here for the poles. So this is going to be the pole on the far south side of the project, which is in good shape. Let's see if there is a pole number here for you. Do not see a pole number, but the pole is in good shape. Now this next pole is C50012. That's the TICO number, and it is also in very good shape. So past the poles, you can see Collier Pkwy and the intersection there with Killington. There's the asphalt roadway leading up to the intersection itself, and then to the right here we do have the sidewalk. So we'll go ahead and make a couple passes here so you can have the curb, the asphalt roadway, and then we'll make another pass for that sidewalk. So the curb through here is in pretty good condition. Does have a little bit of weathering, a few small cracks. You can see this dip here. Looks like it was for, it is for, over to the right here we have a gated area. So this is access to that gated area. Another curb inlet, which is in good shape. Can see that patched area in the asphalt roadway as well as some cracking. No parking on right-of-way sign. Another electric pole here. That number 7725014. Sign itself, or goodness, the pole itself looks to be in pretty good shape. Couple utilities here, electric, all of which look to be in good shape. The curb here behind us also in good shape. Some cracking. You can see this extra concrete. Utilities here, all of which are in good shape. We are almost at the intersection here of Killington and Collier Pkwy. So this is the intersection. We're again facing to the, or traveling to the north, facing to the west, and we'll go ahead and pan around to the north. Get that electric pole there for you. Another utility. Electric pole number 7171989 is that pole here, which is in good shape. So here's the ramp onto the sidewalk here on the south side of the intersection for the entrance into the recreational complex. We'll go ahead and get this sidewalk here for you. So there is right beside the sign here a big divot in the concrete, chipped area. Utility box there. Concrete through here does have some cracking. You can see several patched areas, several chips. Can't see the flags through here, utility flags. Some chipping there on the edges, more chipping. So the sidewalk does have additional cracking and chipping throughout. And we're back over here to these two electric poles that we did start this side at. So we'll go ahead and for reference, we are directly across from the end of that retaining wall here on the southeastmost corner of the project. And then you can see this drainage ditch. Go ahead and follow it back, and then we'll wrap up filming here for the Pasco County Intersection Improvement Project's Collier Pkwy at Killington Blvd. So once again, there's that access, that roadway access, fence around that retention pond, drainage ditch here. There's these utilities as well, the backside of these utilities, which again are all in great shape. And we are almost back to the intersection here of Collier and Killington. And we'll follow this curb and asphalt roadway into the recreational complex, so the Land O'Lakes Recreation Complex. Go ahead and follow that in here. So there is the ramp as well as the curb for entering the complex itself. Asphalt roadway does have some cracking. You can see the dog park sign, which is in good shape. Curb is in great shape as well. There's the park hour signs. Cracked asphalt throughout here. And then the speed limit 15 miles per hour. And then we'll end up here where this inlet is, the storm drain inlet. Which you can see is in pretty good shape. Does have a little bit of a lift there, but overall it's in great shape. So that is going to conclude our filming here for the Pasco County Intersection Improvements Collier Pkwy at Killington Blvd. The general contractor once again is Florida Safety Contractors.